What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Elizabeth, and this is The Joyful Sojourn, a community of people that love stationery and planning and doing things creatively. And if it sounds like it's up your alley, I hope you'll consider joining us again, subscribing to the channel, and hanging out for a while. Today is a lot of people's favorite days on my channel. Like, y'all love Jane's Agenda monthly subscription unboxing. And today I have is it June or are we in July now? You receive a month in advance. So I'm getting this in May. So this is the June. This is the June subscription box. And also, let me just say really fast, my husband is working remote today, so he's going to come into the office at some point. I apologize in advance. You're going to hear him. So this box is a monthly subscription box. There are 3 different tiers, I guess you could say. The lowest tier, or the most affordable option, is the Cover of the Month Club, which is a new cover and bookmark or divider and dashboards for your planner in that month's theme. The second box, the next kind of medium tier, is the Planner and Lifestyle box. There's my husband, like I said. The Planner and Lifestyle box has additional items like inserts, additional dashboards, accessories, and like a lifestyle related item. And then the third and most deluxe is, of course, the Deluxe box. And that has everything across the other 2 tiers, the monthly cover club and the Planner and Lifestyle box. I get the Deluxe box. You can identify what size your planner is. So the idea is that you have an existing discbound planner, and this is meant to supplement your existing plans to get you excited to dive back in, to update the aesthetic of it every month. And then there are functional inserts to help you within that season of life. So this is June, so we'll see what Jane is feeling like inspiring us with the inserts. Last thing I'll say before we open this up, one of the changes in the last several months is that every month the design of the box, like that it ships in, and the tissue paper on the inside, which we'll take a look at right now, it changes to match the theme. So when you get this in the mail, we already, let me make sure this is covered, we already are getting a little hints at the aesthetic, and it's ocean. Like beautiful, like deep blue ocean and like waves. And this California girl is very, very excited about and it's a full wrap design. I hope that that's being captured properly, but full wrap design. So I know people are keeping these boxes, and hopefully your mail person doesn't totally cover up the thing with stickers. Okay, so let's get into it. And I will put down in the description box the deadline for this box. Oh my gosh, like look, you guys. Look. Even the interior design is like full bleed from left to right, top to bottom, full designed box. Look at the paper. Even the sticker on this box changes every month. I feel like Jane and Co. have like really just every month they really bring it. Like I would compare them to the like if Cocoa Daisy is like the scrapbooker's journaling, like decorative planning subscription, this is your discbound planning subscription. So you get some decorative elements, but it's much more functional for your planner. And it's such a treat. Like the whole experience is just lovely. So the first item in here is our tour card. And Jane writes a little letter to us every month, and it kind of helps set the tone. So we will read this together. Dear subscriber, let this month's curation be your permission slip to wander. Whether you're plotting a summer getaway or simply seeking moments of calm, the June box is here to bring softness, ease, and light into your planning routine. Featuring oceanic illustrations, sun-washed coastal views, a hyper-functional travel planning insert, very excited for this because we are taking a trip in July, and a catch-all striped tote. There's a tote bag in here. Each piece is crafted to help you pause with purpose, follow your curiosity, and carry your calm wherever the season takes you. Here's to chasing sunlight, setting your course, and most of all, enjoying the journey. Okay, so having just done the Where the Sea Dreams Cocoa Daisy kit for July, the subscription for July, this is like the perfect like marrying. I can already see this is going to match perfectly with the Cocoa Daisy stuff for July if you are a Cocoa Daisy person. So I am not going to show you the back of this card, but it's the tour card. And it also is basically the spoiler of everything that's inside. So we're going to set that aside and we'll look at it at the end. So, and I am an affiliate for Jane's Agenda, but I do buy this box myself every month. But if you decide to shop at Jane's Agenda at any time, I think my code is Joyful15. I will put my affiliate link down in the description box if you decide to shop. Oh, I ripped it. I've been trying to save these stickers to put them in like a junk journal situation, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So pretty. The sand dollar. Okay. Oh my gosh. There's stickers in here. Oh my gosh. They're clear lined art. My favorite. Oh my gosh. Okay. I get the HP mini size, which I think is 7 discs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But let's pull this guy out first, just to clear out our packaging. I mean, look, all the way down, you guys, to the bottom. Like, how rad is that? Absolutely stunning. Let's take a look at the tote bag. It has come shrink wrapped because probably it's pretty big. So they wanted to consolidate it for shipping purposes. Already, I can tell you, I love the color. It is like a sand and khaki color. So nice, neutral, like beachy tote. Love. Oversized canvas tote. Wow. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have to say that we've gotten pouches and totes and stuff like that from Jane's Agenda in the past. And I feel like, and everything like she designs, they design it, it is custom, and she really pays attention to the details, which I appreciate. So the straps, you're not gonna be able to see me here. Now I am a plus sized gal and the straps fit really nicely. The bag fits with a couple inches to spare under my armpit. Very comfortable. Let's open it up. We do not have a zipper, but I'm not sure you would want one in a tote bag like this, because I think the idea, if you are toting around a like summer tote, is you want to be able to easily grab stuff. You do have a, it's magnetic snap closure. And do we have any pockets? No pockets on the inside, but let's take a look at the bottom. Gusseted, I guess you could say. Is that a gusseted bottom? So it is going to, see the seams here? It's going to stand up really well. And a lot of tote bags, beach totes like this, do not have flat bottoms. So I appreciate the flat bottom element. And then we've got pockets all the way around. So we've got, or I guess you could look at it as a large pocket. Yeah, because this goes all the way around. Large pocket on either side. I wish I had a water bottle out here. Babe, do you have a water bottle? I don't think he does. So big, and this is like a big pocket. So 2 large pockets on the outside, and then a middle pocket on this side. And then do we have a middle pocket on this side? We don't have a middle pocket on the back. But if you're holding this up against your body, you probably don't want to put stuff here. And I'm guessing Jane already thought about that. So that's why there's no pocket here. But these side pockets, look how large. Actually, we're going to zoom out a little bit. Ooh, we're going to zoom out a lot. Hold on. Not that much. Okay. You can see how dirty my desk is. So with the bottom, you can see how wide that pocket is. You could fit a water bottle and an umbrella in there. Like if you're in Florida or even Central Texas and it could torrential downpour while it's like 90 degrees out, you could, yeah, have your umbrella. But see that? See how it's a sit flat, big pockets, and then you have your big middle one here. Nice. So as you start to pack things into it, I'm sure it will unwrinkle. You've got the embroidery of Jane's Agenda there. Very subtle. It's not like over the top marketing, you know what I mean? So I appreciate that. And the straps are nice and wide. I do not like a skinny strap. It's just incredibly uncomfortable. So that is the tote in this box. I think that is a great tote. Well done. The other tote from, I want to say it's like at least 6 months ago, we actually ended up using it for Esther's like stuff for daycare, and it lasted a good long time, and then I washed it and it shrunk a little bit. So I don't know whether or not you can wash that. I would presume that you shouldn't and that it might shrink, but if you wanted a cute little tote, I mean, maybe put it in the wash, see what happens. Okay, so let's get back to normal. Okay, let's see what all we have inside here, and I'm gonna move that guy first. So we've got some bips and bobs here. This card is a journaling card, and it also has information about, let me make sure. Oh yeah. So it's also going to have information about matching wallpapers for like digital wallpapers for the month. So along with your subscription, you get digital wallpapers that are good for your laptops and for your mobile phones. You also get access to an exclusive Facebook group for subscribers only. And in that group, Jane does a lot of stuff. She does polls for future content and different layouts. She does sneak peeks of sales and new releases. And you also get to pre-purchase, oftentimes like for Black Friday week, like Cyber Week sales, the subscribers get early access to shop. So there's a lot of additional perks in being a subscriber, and this kind of gives you more information about it. But it's a really cute journaling card to include as well with the sand dollars. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, cute. Okay, so we've got journaling cards. Set your course by the stars, not by the lights of every passing ship. Work like a captain, play like a pirate. That's actually pretty funny. And then vacation loading. I love this card. And actually, so all of her card stocks, all of her journaling cards are excellent quality. Really nice card stock. This one though, every month when she gives us a soft touch card, I'm just like, I just want to touch it. That soft touch feel is so nice. Got that kind of peach skin material. It is absolutely lovely to hold on to. So very happy for that. I feel like we need to zoom in. We're going to zoom in and hopefully I don't have to hold things up quite so much. So yeah, love this one. This one's my favorite. And it says vacation loading, which is so apropos for summer. Then you get 2 paper clips that are little anchors. Those are cute. So you can see them really well when you put them on the paper. How cute are those? So you get 2 paper clips, 3 journaling cards. Well, I guess 4 if you want to count the kind of information card. Then you get stickers, and I guess I should take this out. Hopefully you can see it maybe a little bit better. But I love lined artwork. Actually, I think what we'll have to do is we'll do it on the inserts. So this is the decorative sticker sheet in Sea Life. And I think that if you are not a decorative or creative planner like I am, this is a nice point of entry. Like if you just want to add a touch of whimsy into your planner, but you don't want to get all colorful and bananas like I do. These are great. And they feel like that pet tape, pet sticker material, and just really pretty. I like that she included some little bubbles. So you could create like a little scene in your planner if you wanted to. That's a fun sticker sheet. I'm really excited to play with that. Ooh, we have a dashboard. And the reason I know that this is a dashboard and not a cover is because it is smaller. It's smaller than a cover. It is going to fit perfectly to the size of your papers. And it's a decorative clear. I'm guessing it's going to be glass plastic, meaning once you take out or take off the piece of film, I'm guessing there's a piece of film. Always check when you see these types of materials. Check to see if there is a piece of film on the back. There is. It can be hard to find, but always start kind of where the punch is and you can peel it. Hopefully you can peel it. There we go. I'm peeling this off because I do think you can get a better taste. So first of all, this is what it looks like without, or with the piece of plastic on it. Let's peel it off so you guys can see the difference it makes. It makes a huge difference. I love this because I feel like this Explore dashboard could be for any month, any season. Doesn't have to just be for travel, but look at that. And I don't know, how did she call it? Did she call it like UV printing, where it's actually raised like on top? So you get like a textural experience here. That is really nice. And with this being white, I'm guessing it's going to look so dreamy on the dashboards we have coming up. So you have a plastic dashboard, and we will pop this on discs momentarily. Let's go to the dashboards, the paper or cardstock dashboards. Oh my gosh, these are pretty. Very pretty. So these are really great for folks who are in a disc-bound planner that has like different sections in it. So you can add a decorative element to each divider section. So here is the first one, and I love the aesthetic of this. In fact, this is my mini, and I've been keeping on the like 2025 stuff, and I'm going to switch over to these because I think this is so pretty. So with these dashboards, you get double-sided. Now, this element is part of the Planner and Lifestyle box. We will open up the Cover of the Month Club, which has different dividers. So you get a lot of dividers if you get the Deluxe. So this first one is your sailboat. The second one is just so lovely. Like this beach scene, everything it's washed out, but I don't know how to describe it. It's beached, washed out, but it's still vibrant or still life-giving. Sometimes when something is like overly bleached out, like a photograph or an image, it just looks more white, but this is done really beautifully, and their printing quality is excellent. Their full bleed is excellent. Like, they make the best dashboards, in my opinion, especially if you want more than just like architecture and black and white stuff. If you want like a little bit more color and texture, these dashboards and Jane's Agenda in general is going to be a good option for you. Very pretty. In fact, let's just take a moment to see what they look like underneath this Explore dashboard. Here you can see what that looks like. So pretty. Oh my gosh. That's a good one. And then of course, it's so good. This has a little bit more kind of warmth and like khaki to it. How gorgeous is that? This might be design-wise one of my favorites, just because I'm a big beach person. So I like the vibes a lot. Okay, so let's take a look at the Cover of the Month Club. So this would be Cover of the Month Club, but because I got the Deluxe, I got all these too. So I like that they bundled it all together because I always have a hard time knowing like, okay, which was from the Cover of the Month Club, which was from Planner and Lifestyle. So Cover of the Month Club is going to give you a page finder. And of course it's going to be on trend or like matchy-matchy with the design of the month or the theme of the month. And I think we're going to need my inserts again so we can see it better. But here you can see what the design is. So pretty. It is like a pink coral. So it's literally coral, but this is definitely more of a cool toned pink, which is refreshing. A refreshing change from an orangey coral. Very pretty. Again, it's that like UV printing where it's raised, which makes it super luxurious. We will pop these things onto discs again so you can see what it looks like, but I love the page finder for this month. Here are the dashboards for the Cover of the Month Club. Very pretty. You can see here that they are different, so you get a bunch of dashboards if you get the Deluxe version. And they are double-sided with different designs. So here is the first side, and then here is the second. And it's so pretty. It's like sea glass and rocks, and you got the ocean in the background, little islands up here. So pretty. So when you're opening up your planner, if you wanted this to be your front and your back, you could do that. Now, I would also probably take this back one and move it to the front. You could swap them this way. If you did that, well, I guess, yeah, so it works either way. So if you want this to be your front and your back, you can. And then if you want this to be your front and your back, you can. You have both options. And let's take a look at the cover. I think I'm gonna love this because it's lined artwork again, but they're whales, you guys. Whales. Okay, so we're gonna need to put something underneath it. And hopefully, actually what we really need is like a big old piece of paper. You know what? Let me grab, I really want to make sure y'all can see this. I wonder if my, oh yeah, that's going to be better. Granted, this paper is white, so that's not going to, or not white, it's cream. Hold on. Let's try something a little bit more white. Or I could have my husband get me some copy paper, because I want you guys to see. That's a little bit better. So I'll just hold it first. No, we're going to go up here. And we'll just go section by section. Live in the sunshine, swim in the sea, drink the wild air, sea air and sun. The light you give out will come back to you. And then down here, again, the UV printing. These are raised. And they are silver. Silver foiling. You've got the whales and then this like splatter of spray. How pretty is that? We're going to be able to see it much better when we attach it to stuff, but I'm trying to avoid my lights here. But here you can see what that looks like. A little bit harder to read if you choose this guy. But again, so pretty. Super easy to read, I bet, on these lighter ones. Oh, yeah. So there it is with the boat. There it is with the beach chair. And then the vintage map. And you could, I mean, it would be a lot, but if you did a clear dashboard first and then added this on, you'd get like 3 different layers. Your cover, your clear dashboard that says Explore, and then your paper dashboard underneath. There are so many different ways you can layer these. So let's take a look at the back though, because I do wonder, yeah. So if you didn't want the text on the front cover, you could use this one as your front. And I think, oh yeah, if you put it, if you flip it, it's going to be upside down. You'll have the UV rays on the front, but it'll be upside down. So if you kept it like this as your cover, the print obviously is going to be on the other side. So you're not going to feel the UV rays if you wanted this on the front instead of the text. But you could do that. You still get the impact of like the silver print. You're just not going to get that textile experience like this. But you could have this be your front cover if you would prefer no text on the front. And even that is really pretty, right? What if we did that with the Explorer and then the compass? Yeah, I mean, even that looks cool. So many different bloomin' options. My gosh. So we will play with these in a minute. Let's finish looking at everything in the box, which is the inserts. The inserts are last. And then we will pop these on discs and see how they perform. try different things. But let's take a look at the inserts. So the insert this month is a travel insert, and I'm excited to flip through this. I don't think I saw any. I try to avoid spoilers, Jane's Agenda spoilers, because I like my own first impressions. But when I don't watch spoilers, I don't know what is communicated about them. But let's see. I want to make sure you guys can see everything just fine. Make sure it's big enough. Okay, so travel insert. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, so again, I got the mini size. So if you're a HP Classic size person or a half letter, these will come in whatever size you identify when you subscribe. So the first sheet is an outfit planner, and it looks like it goes for 7 days. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and day 7. So day 6 and 7 is split. And I guess it's presuming that it's a Monday through Sunday because we have a split day. But I will say that she still managed, even with the split 6 and 7, you still have room for morning and evening. So let's say you're out doing sightseeing in the morning and you're wearing shorts and a tank top or something and flip-flops, but then in the evening you're going out to a fancy dinner and so you want to change into a dress, you know, you can differentiate between the morning and the evening. So we have one, we'll count these, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 sheets of outfit planners. So if you're going on a 2-week vacation, that's 2 different vacations. If you are doing a week or less, you've got plenty here. And I like that the back of this is dot grid, because if you want to actually do some planning, additional planning for your outfits, you could do this here. If you are going on a trip, maybe you have different sections of your planner and you just want to add one of these for an on-the-go planner, you don't have to worry about, I don't know, there being additional print on the back that you'd want to access for a different trip. Hopefully that makes sense, because this might be one trip, and then if you have a second layout of the same exact thing, it's like you gotta keep it with you, you know? So I like that this is a standalone sheet that you can collate in with the rest of your planner. So you get 4 sheets of the outfit planner. Then we go into our packing list. Let's see how good she was with the packing list. So we've got essentials, clothing and shoes, toiletries, and miscellaneous. So essentials are going to include your identification, your tickets, reservation documents, medications, chargers. Clothing and shoes. So we broke it down by tops, bottoms, outerwear, formal wear, swimwear, underwear, pajamas, shoes, accessories. Our toiletries: toothbrush, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, body wash and soap, deodorant, perfume, skincare, hairbrush, hair products, shaving supplies, makeup and makeup remover, hygiene product, feminine hygiene products, hair tools. Miscellaneous: sunglasses, a travel pillow, sleeping mask, earplugs, books or e-reader, portable power bank, smart, a planner, notebook and pens, and headphones. And I love that she put in things that I do think are pretty essential for a lot of people taking vacations, but she didn't overpopulate it, and we have room with additional check boxes for additional things you'd want to add to your list. And just like the outfit planner, it's a standalone sheet because she didn't print the same thing on the back. It's dot grid. Again, very much appreciate that. The other thing I was thinking with the outfit planner is, like, if you wanted to turn it into a memory keeping thing, is you could take pictures of your outfits. I don't know how many people do this. I know my best friend does this when she goes on her trips to Disney. She does like an outfit of the day because she does like Disney bounding and stuff. So she could print out little pictures of what her outfit was each day and put this on the back. And then for your kind of memory keeping, you have all of your outfits and then what they actually look like on the back. Similar thing, I don't know if you'd want to take pictures of your luggage, but you could do pictures on the back if you wanted to, if you didn't need additional packing list space. I think I will probably use this for things I don't want to forget, having to do with travel prep, where it's not necessarily something that I need to pack, but maybe just something that needs to get done before I leave. That's something I could add onto the back. So you get 1, 2, 3, and four packing lists for 4 trips. Then we get to our trip planner information. And I think this is super helpful to see at a glance. So you're not like scrolling through your phone, doing a search in I do this all the time. I search in my email inbox for Alaska Airlines or like Hyatt or Airbnb, like trying to find reservation information. When you book it, write it down and you just have it with you. And I'm so glad I got this in the mini size, because if I'm taking something on the go with me, it's going to be something pocket sized, which the mini is. So I like that this is something that could be taken on the go. And because it's discbound, you can put this into your planner before your trip, like find a section for if you have a notes section, or even as you're planning, put this in your regular planner and then you can pull it out and put it in your mini if you've got a mini on the go. So destination, departure date and return date, the number of days, the number of nights, and the departing flight. Your airline flight number, gate, departure airport, departure time, arrival airport, arrival time, and then your returning flight, same information. And then address of hotel or accommodation, your confirmation number, check-in, check-out, rental car company, rental car confirmation number, and then just additional notes and restaurants to try and places to see. Now, this is smart. I like that this was added to the back of this because the information on the back is relevant to this trip. So this is actually trip planning, and it looks like it's hourly time blocking. Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And it's from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. This is something that would have been helpful on my honeymoon, because we did have things that were actually like scheduled, like events scheduled. And it would have been nice in advance to just see at a glance in one place the different things that we had, like that had formal start times, so that we would know how much time we had to do kind of general sightseeing. So this is really nice. And I'm also thinking about those of us that attend planner conferences. I would have definitely put information down for Go Wild or Chicago Planner Conference here. And then here I would populate maybe the different workshops or make and takes that I was signed up for. And when the general session is, stuff like that, you could put this here and have your like planner conference information at one glance. So that is very nice. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. I promise you guys, I didn't know this. Conference companion. What was I just talking about? So she's giving us a conference companion, probably in response to the fact that I know Jane and Jake went to the Go Wild conference last year for the first time. And this is probably in response to that. And they were very smart to do it because it is a growing phenomena. These planner conferences, stationery meetups, like Little Craft Fest, like these kind of events that bring together paper lovers. They are growing, thank goodness. And it's a place where we can connect with people that we've met online in person. And I love that she is providing this for us. Now, you just might be going to a conference that's work related. So it can be that, or it can be the way I immediately think about it. For me, work related is a planner or stationery related conference. And I love this. So conference details, the event name, the dates and the speakers, the location, topic, attire, the hotel. Tablemate gift ideas is definitely a nod to an actual planner or stationery related conference, because it is customary to give gifts to the people at your table. It's not required, but it is customary. People do it. And it's one of the fun things about the conferences. So ideas for your tablemate gifts, goals for this conference. I like this. I wouldn't have thought to put this in a page like this, but I think it's smart. What do I hope to actually get out of it? And writing that down will make me more intentional with how I spend my time while I'm at the conference. Then we have people to connect with. Appreciate this as well. If I'm going to a conference where I know that there are specific people I've never met before, I want to be able to write them down so I can go back and be like, oh, it's the last day. Oh, I haven't seen Susie yet. Like, I need to find Susie. And I might be more likely to DM Susie and be like, I'm here. I want to meet you before I leave, and I can put the names here to make sure that I don't forget who I want to connect with. And then you have an open section here for notes. And as I touch this, her paper is so creamy. Like, it's such a nice, smooth, creamy paper. feels really nice. So love the conference companion. And you guys, yeah, so this is exactly what I was talking about when it comes to the trip planner. Same concept here with your days 1 through 7 and your hourly time blocking. So if there are different sessions, different meetups, workshops, make and takes, if it's a work lunch, whatever, you can pre-populate that into your, I mean, this is basically a daily trip planner here, but with a conference schedule layout. So if you don't go to layouts, if you do not go to conferences, you could easily make some changes to this one to have this be a duplicate of this. If you go on a lot of trips, but they're not conferences, because this just has flight information and confirmation information. All of that can be put down. You could relabel this, the goals for the conference, change that to like confirmations, change notes to travel plans, whatever. Like you can change this if the conference companion is a little too specific for what you are looking for. Because the back, if we look at the back at the trip itinerary and the conference schedule, they are identical. So yes, ma'am, thank you. Well done, Jane. Okay, so now we have notes, and it looks like, how many notes do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4 pages of everything. So this notes pack is really nice because you can have it be just open-ended for any notes. You could separate it from this packet if you wanted to, and it have nothing to do with traveling. But if you were going to a conference, very frequently, like if I'm going to a conference, I'm taking notes at the conference. You could put the date, the topic, or the speaker, and then you've got space for notes. So maybe what they said and what I'm reflecting on, or what I'm going to take with me, what the takeaway was. So you've got tons of options here. And again, this can be a standalone because you've got this and it continues on with just lined paper on the back. So you can collate this in with your existing notebook or planner setup as a standalone. So that is, I really need to make sure I watch all of her video. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you wish I had more detailed information directly from Jane when I do these videos, or do you like me just figuring it out as I go? Let me know. So that is the travel insert pack, and I think this is a very generous pack. I say all the time, if I'm getting a monthly subscription that has inserts, I want there to be at least 2 inserts. And this technically is 1 insert pack, but she put in so many different configurations that this, for me, is a complete bundle right here. And I'm so glad I picked it in the mini size because I probably wouldn't take a half letter with me. So let's actually put some things on discs and see what they look like. Kind of hard to pick this guy up. So let me make sure you guys can see that. Okay. Man, I hope I'm not out of frame. So we're going to flip that around and let's pop on the cover. And let's put a dashboard on. And actually, if I wanted to keep this 2025 vellum, I could put this right here. Ooh, that's nice with these discs are I think the champagne. Is that what they call them? Can't remember. But here you can see the layers. So it's a lot of text, but we've got the paper dashboard with the chair. We've got the vellum for 2025. And then we have the cover. I probably would take this off so that we can see this a little bit better. That is so beachy. It's so beachy and lovely. Let's try the boat. Ooh, I actually like the blue, this darker blue, even better up against this one. I think the color, I don't know, the pop is really, really nice. These whales are shockingly gorgeous. I'm not a big whale person. I don't know if there are whale enthusiasts out there, but like the aesthetic of the whale is gorgeous, especially with that added like silver spray. That's really nice. Let's add this guy. Let's see what this one looks like. Pretty, neutral. Let's add the stone. Or see, oh, that's lovely. This disc with the sparkle there is so pretty. I like that. Let's add the Explore dashboard. I love that. Now, if you are someone that wants a smaller cover, yeah, that's really nice. If you wanted a smaller cover or you use a wrap cover, you could forego this guy and just use this dashboard as your cover. I actually probably would do that because I don't like the overhang as much, especially when it's in a wrap. Let me grab a wrap. Hold on. Because I do think this is an important thing to point out. The front and back covers are, zoom back out. The front and back covers are bigger, okay? So they extend further than the page and the dividers. It protects the dividers that way, and it gives you a little bit of room for a pen if you had a pen. So again, sorry, this is the old one, but here you can see how much overhang we have. Now, if I'm using a wrap cover, this is the allegedly gray cover. I don't need that over protection because the entire wrap is protecting the whole thing. So I would still keep the bigger back cover on it, but slide it in, and then I think that looks nice. Now, these edges are rounded on the dashboard versus the sharp corner of the paper. So actually, that still happens to kind of, okay, they're mostly covered up here, but you definitely have exposed corners on the paper on the inside, which means it could wear down over time, but it's not like I'm touching this area a lot, so I think it would be fine. So honestly, if I'm using a wrap, I think I would use one of the clear dashboards as the cover, because the wrap's gonna cover everything else and protect everything else. And I really like this Explore dashboard. I think that's really pretty. Hold on, let me just play for a second. Be gentle, more gentle. Yeah, I mean, I think that, let me move this guy out of the way. Maybe change to a white pen? No. We're gonna play for a second. Give me a moment. Where are my like aesthetic pens? I guess I don't have any aesthetic pens here on my desk. Well, we could go with this guy. But I think that's nice. Like, the pen isn't rolling into this. The cover is covering what it needs to, but not over covering. Now, let's add the page finder so you guys can see what that looks like. Actually, let's add it here so you can see it. I'm going to peel this off so you can see it. This is also that kind of glass plastic look, and it's punched a little bit uneven on purpose. It is a little bit, it's punched lower from the top, so it gives you a nice sized tab up at the top for actually pulling your pages. So if we were here and I pulled, it would bring me here. See what I mean? So that's nice. I love this dashboard. I think this might be my favorite. I love the whales, the look of the whales, but something about this font, I don't know, is kind of speaking to me. It's super minimalist, doesn't add a lot of color, and I think that's really pretty. Let's see what, yeah, I mean, I think the boat is I mean, come on. That is so pretty. This is the allegedly gray cover, currently on sale if you're interested in it. But it fits the Happy Planner Happy Planner mini size. It also fits basic size notebooks. And yeah, I like this a whole lot. So that is everything in the box. And since we've been going for a while, let me remind you that this is the one that includes the canvas tote. Okay. Let me see if I can get everything together so we can see it. So we have the canvas tote, the travel insert pack, which has a lot of stuff. We have multiple types of dashboards across the cover of the month club and the planner and lifestyle box. We have the cover set from the cover of the month club. Let me move. I got too much stuff here, guys. Hold on. We've got the journaling cards and paper clips, of course. And then our stickers. So that is everything that is in the June box. I will leave a link down in the description box and what the deadline is, because she's shipping in May for June, and at some point she's going to cut off in May, so that if you were to sign up, you're going to get the July box. So I will leave the deadline to get this box in the description box if this is the box that you want to get. I always try to get these out as fast as possible, because the worst thing that happens for me is when someone messages me and says, why did you show that? Like, I can't buy it. Like, you just got me excited for nothing. Everything in the Jane's Agenda sub boxes, they are exclusive to the box. Occasionally, if there's overflow of product, it will land on the website, but there's never a guarantee of that. So if you love the aesthetic of this box, just automatically, I would say it's worth subscribing. And she does give you like a taste, like a sneak peek of items in the box before it auto bills the next month. So if you wanted this box, I would purchase it, before the deadline, so you get this box. And then when you see the sneak peeks come up for July that ships in June, you can decide whether or not you would want that or not. And you can cancel the billing before it bills. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. Come hang out with me over on Instagram. My handle is The Joyful Sojourn. And until next time, friend, God bless you. God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today. Plan your next trip like I am. I'm going to get to planning our July trip, and I will see you in my next video.